The man kicked the wooden barrel containing his wife off a cliff, but the woman unexpectedly landed on the steel frame of a cremator below. She survived by luck, but falling from there would surely mean death. To test the height of the furnace, she took off her only remaining shoe and dropped it. She waited a long time, but never heard it hit the bottom. With no other choice, she endured the pain and slowly stood up. Then she began to move along the narrow steel beams, but after just 2 steps, she nearly slipped and fell. Frightened, she froze in place. Suddenly, a fly flew over and started attacking her injured face. She didn't dare to swat it. Any sudden movement could throw off her balance. Thankfully, the fly flew away after a short while. That's when she noticed a ladder attached to the furnace wall. She gathered her courage and decided to try again. She stretched her arms to balance herself, but the beam was too narrow, and with an injured leg, every step was painful. As the pain in her foot grew worse, she eventually lost her balance and fell. Luckily, she managed to grab the beam in time, but her strength was fading fast. In that moment, she had a bold idea. She began swinging her body back and forth, trying to reach the ladder with momentum. She let go at the right moment, but the rusted ladder snapped. She thought she was done for. But to her surprise, she landed in a fishing net. Now she was trapped at the bottom of the furnace, and if no one found her, she would starve to death. Just as she was losing hope, she heard fireworks above. She shouted for help, but her voice was drowned out by the sound. Outside, a couple watched the fireworks, unaware of her cries. Then a spark from the fireworks drifted into the furnace. If it touched anything flammable, it would start a fire. In a panic, she caught the spark with her mouth, just in time to stop disaster. That night, she hugged her teddy bear and fell asleep. When she woke up, she had already given up hope. Just as she was preparing to accept her fate, a game console suddenly dropped in front of her. Then, a few plates of fresh food followed. Before she could react, a silk scarf floated down and landed on her head. She threw the scarf away, and it happened to land on the broken ladder above. That gave her a new idea: escape. She took a can lid and used a pipe to cut through the fishing net. Then she tied a stick to the lid. A simple grappling hook was ready. She tossed it upward. It caught perfectly on the ladder rail. Remembering that her husband had pushed her for money, she ignored the pain and began to climb. With determination, she soon reached the first railing, but as she pulled herself up, she saw the ladder above was completely gone. She had to cling to the wall and inch her way toward the other side, where a second ladder remained. The ledge beneath her feet was narrow, with no handholds nearby. One wrong move, and she would fall again, but with strong willpower, she finally reached the top of the furnace by nightfall. She was completely exhausted. Just as she grabbed the final handhold, her body gave out, she slipped. Suddenly, a pair of hands caught her. It was her younger brother. Ever since she had gone missing, he and his friends had been searching for her. They were the ones who had dropped the food and gifts. The woman was finally rescued.